Madiba yagiye aharanira zo kuyobora neza ubuyobozi buzira irondamoko, ubuyobozi buzira ironda ruhu. Ngira ngo icyo twabibutsa nuko nyakwigendera Nelson Mandela Madiba wayoboye igihugu cya Afrika y'Epfo yabaye impirimbanyi y'amahoro muri Afrika y'Epfo ndetse no muri Afrika muri rusange, kuko amahoro ibihugu bitandukanye bya Afrika bifite uyu munsi ari muri bamwe mu bayaharaniye. Ndi kumwe rero n'abanyeshuri, ruhande rwanjye hari Tuyisenge Diane. Wiriwe neza Diane?
Mwiriwe neza.
Hirya ye kandi hari Iradukunda Denise.
Mwiriwe neza.
Mwagiriwe amahirwe rero yo kuba mwishyurirwa n'iki kigega cyiswe Grasa Machel Trust. Ndagira ngo tubwire kuba waragiriwe amahirwe bigisha ibijyanye n'imiyoborere myiza muri Afrika. Bigufasha iki? Wabyakiriye ute kuba baraguhisemo nk'umwe mu banyeshuri bahagarariye u Rwanda?
Murakoze cyane kuba naragiriwe icyizere nk'umunyarwandakazi. Ni ibintu byanshimishije cyane kuko twakoze amarushanwa niko nabyita, turandika, tugenda dukina imikino itandukanye bakorera kuri telefone, nabwo ari amarushanwa. Urumva
turambwira nuko wabimenye?
Nje uko nabimenye ntago nari nyize imbere, nayimenye tumaze kwiga, dusaba kwiga muri universite. Iyo umaze kwasaba noneho bagufasha no gushaka nka scholarship cyangwa se bourse zigufasha kwiga cyangwa bazagufasha kwishyura amafaranga y'ishuri. Noneho rero tumaze gutsindira kwiga ahangaha batubwiye ko hari andi mahirwe dufite yo kubona abantu batwishyurira, batubwira kuri Mandela scholarship. Ubwo naho twatangiye amarushanwa niko nabyita, dutangira kwandika dusaba ko twahiga, dukora ibizamini byinshi bitandukanye, ibyo kwandika n'ibyo gukina imikino yo kuri telefone, hanyuma batubwira ko twatsinze. Rero
bizakiriye ute rero uwo munsi baguhitamo muri benshi bifuzaga kurihirwa n'iki kigega?
Numvaga ari ibintu nifuza cyane kuko numvaga ngomba kuba umuyobozi ubereye u Rwanda, nk'uko nyine intego ya African leadership imeze, ari ukubaka abayobozi b'ejo hazaza, ndetse n'intego ya scholarship ari ukuba aba next Madiba cyangwa se abayobozi ba Afrika beza bahazaza. Rero numvisha ari ishema nk'umunyarwandakazi kuba nanjye najya kwiga muri iyo universite itoza abanyafrika kuba abayobozi beza. Numva ari ishema nk'umunyarwanda kuba nahagarara imbere y'abanyafrika benshi batandukanye, mvuga ku Rwanda, mvuga ku byo tumaze kugezaho, ndetse nanjye nkagaragaza uruhare rwanjye mu kuruteza imbere.
Cyane. Hirya yawe rero hari Iradukunda Denise. Denise, wowe ibyo mwiga muri iyi university, muri African Leadership University, babigisha ko ubuyobozi bwiza ari ubumeze gute?
Batwigisha ko umuyobozi mwiza ari uwumva abayoboye, mbese nyine agatanga urugero rwiza. Ntago kuyobora ari uko uba ugomba kwirebaho we ku giti cyawe, ahubwo no kuyobora ureba ku buyoboye. Nicyo kintu cya mbere twigira no kuri Mandela, no kudacika intege cyane, ahubwo twazaduhora igihe cyose dufite intego yo kuba twahinduka abayobozi beza, n'abandi bakabona yuko koko bishimiye umuyobozi wabo.
Wowe uri muriga ibijyanye na leadership, sibyo? Umva igihe uzaba ubaye umuyobozi, uzayobora uzabayobora uti?
Kuri giye ku ruhande rwanjye nk'umwana w'umukobwa w'umunyarwandakazi, banumva yuko abantu nzayobora mbere na mbere ikintu nzirinda ni ukuba nagira injustice cyangwa se ikimenyane, kuko nicyo gituma akenshi ibintu byose bipfa. Umuntu wese aba yifitemo ubushobozi, umuntu wese nahagira imbaraga nkeya aba agomba kumvwa. Rero niyo mpamvu ku bwanjye mba numva imiyoborere myiza yanjye izashingira kutagira ikimenyane, bikandinda no kuba ntagira ibintu byo kugira ruswa. Ibyo byose bizamfasha kuba umuyobozi mwiza.
Murakoze cyane Denise. Tubibutse rero abadukurikiye kuri televiziyo y'u Rwanda ko muri uyu muhango ni umuhango watangiye muri iki gitondo, ni umuhango wari urimo abayobozi batandukanye cyane cyane barimo Grasa Machel, aho yaganiriye n'urubyiruko cyane cyane ururi muri iyi fondation cyangwa se muri iki kigega cya Grasa Machel Trust, urubyiruko ubona rwishimye. Twashoboye kuganira n'abanyeshuri baturutse mu bihugu bitandukanye batari abanyarwanda bonyine, ariko usanga bishimiye uyu mubyeyi kuba yarashyizeho iki kigega cya Grasa Machel Trust. Ariko ikindi twababwira, uretse iki kigega hari n'ishuri n'ubundi ryitiriwe Mandela Institute of Development Studies riherereye muri Afurika y'Epfo. Byumvikana ko hari amashuri atandukanye agenda ari muri Afurika yitiriwe nyakwigendera Nelson Mandela, ariko kandi aba banyeshuri bose icyo bagarukaho ni ukugaruka ku mateka ye, ni ukugaruka ku byiza yakoze kugira ngo uyu munsi umunyafurika abavuga rikijyana, kugira ngo uyu munsi umunyafurika abashobora kugira icyo yakwigezaho adategereje ngo indi migabane hari icyo izamfasha. Diane rero ndagira ngo utubwire, wari uri kutubwira ko iyo mwiga cyane mugaruka ku mateka ya Nelson Mandela, wowe iyo nk'umunyeshuri witegura kuzaba umuyobozi w'ejo hazaza, wumva ari nk'iki utunyuriyemo no mu mateka gato cyane ya Nelson Mandela, wumva kikubaka ku buryo kizanagufasha no mu buzima bwawe bwa nyuma y'aya masomo?
Murakoze cyane. Icyo nigira ku mateka ya Nelson Mandela, yari afite imiyoborere ye, yari babyita mu cyongereza ngo ni servant leadership. Mbese yayoboraga agamije gufasha nyine akinjira mu buyobozi cyane, akegera abaturage cyane, akabafasha kurusha uko yagenda akicara agatuza mu biro ngo ngende umuyobozi. Oya, yafashaga abaturage cyane, akabegera, mbese akicisha bugufi. N'ikindi batubwiye cyo kuba humble, yari umuntu uciye bugufi, ntago yishiraga hejuru ngo avuge ngo ngende umuntu w'igikomezwa. Oya, ahubwo yari afite karite yo kuyobora ku buryo abaturage bose bamwiyumvamo, babona ari umuntu bashobora kwegera kandi bakamuha ibitekerezo. Abo nibo bayobozi Afurika ikeneye, nibo bayobozi b'iki gihe dukeneye, ndetse niyo ntego yanjye.
Yageze haranabizira, afungwa imyaka 28.
Yafunzwe n'imyaka 28 kubera guharanira ubwigenge. Intego ye ya mbere yari uguhuza abirabura ndetse n'abazungu muri Afurika y'Epfo. Ni ibintu byari byarananiranye mu myaka yatambutse, ndetse yaranabifungiwe kubera kugerageza gukora ibyo ngibyo, ariko ntago yigeze acika intege. Icyo nacyo tubyiga nka never give up spirit of Nelson Mandela as the next Mandelas. Rero kuba humble servant leaders, and building the spirit of never giving up, niyo bintu bidufasha cyane twumva twigira kuri Nelson Mandela, bikazanadufasha kuba abayobozi b'ejo hazaza.
Kuba uyu munsi se hariho iri shuri ribigisha ibijyanye n'imiyoborere myiza ibereye Afurika, noneho bikanakubitanira nuko umwana w'umunyarwandakazi nagize amahirwe n'abakobwa babiri ndi kumwe nabo, ariko bitavuze ko muri iri shuri hatarimo n'abahungu b'abanyarwanda. Nkuko mugenda mubikurikira ku mashusho kuri televiziyo y'u Rwanda, harimo urubyiruko rw'abakobwa nirwo rwinshi, harimo urubyiruko rw'abasore, ariko kandi bose ni 50 kuri Diana arambwiye ngo ni 50 kuri 50. Ni ukuvuga ngo niba ari abanyeshuri uyu munsi barihirwa n'iki kigega cya Grasa Machel Trust, harimo 50 n'abandi 50. Ndagira ngo noneho umbwire Diane, kuba noneho mugiriwe icyizere cyangwa mugize amahirwe yo kurihirwa n'iki kigega cya Grasa Machel Trust, noneho bikanakubitana nuko mu Rwanda umwana w'umukobwa, umugore muri rusange afite amahirwe nk'aya musaza we nk'ay'umugore we, mubona ari ayahe mahirwe mufite mu buyobozi bw'ejo hazaza? Reka mbaze.
Ego, murakoze cyane. Ku bwanjye mbona yuko ari ikintu gikomeye, nta nubwo nzi ukuntu nabivuga cyangwa se mbyishimira cyane, kuko no mu busanzwe nagiye ngira amatsiko yo kuba nakinjira mu bintu by'ubuyobozi, ariko ubu ngubu noneho ndayafite.
Kuva kera wumva gushaka kuba umuyobozi?
Ego, nahoze ngira amatsiko yo kuba umuyobozi ku buryo najyaga nsoma.
Wabikundiraga iki? Ninde wabigukundisha?
Okay, kuba umuyobozi ubundi nabikunze cyane mbaye umugide. Hari association y'abagide ba mu Rwanda, noho nkazajya mba umuvolontaire, ariko ahanini batwigisha kuba aba young leader, nyine bakatwita aba young leader. Nanjye ro nkumva ndi umu young leader, ahantu hose nkumva ndi umu young leader, ku ishuri nkiyamamaza nta kibazo numva mfite, naho ngaho
bakakugirira ikiza.
Yego, bakangira icyizere ngatorwa kandi nkabikora neza. Ego, aya mahirwe noneho akomeye maze kubona muri no kaminuza, bigeretseho nayo duhabwa mu gihugu cyacu, mbona yuko noneho ngiye kuba nagira uruhare rukomeye mu iterambere. Ntago navuga yuko ari iterambere ry'igihugu cyanjye gusa, ni iterambere mu buryo bwo mu mutwe, kwa kundi umuntu nyine aba ari umuntu ufungutse mu mutwe koko, nkagira iterambere ku bana cyane cyane urubyiruko, ubundi narangiza tugakorana neza nkaba umuyobozi w'ejo hazaza. Nibyo
aravuze Denise ngo akaba umuyobozi w'ejo hazaza. Diane, wowe urabona umwana w'umukobwa kuri iki gihe afite amahirwe nk'aya musaza we, abana barakangurirwa kwiga imyuga, uyu munsi muriga ibijyanye n'ubuyobozi, wowe wumva bizagufasha iki? Cyane cyane ahangaha unagaruka ku isomo ushobora kuba wiga muri iyi universite rigufasha, wumva rizaguherekeza muri bwa buzima bwawe wiyemeje nyuma y'aya masomo ya kaminuza.
Uko abana b'abakobwa bari bameze muri iki gihe, uko bari bameze mu gihe cya kera bitandukanye n'ubu ngubu. Ubu ngubu dufite amahirwe menshi cyane, haba mu by'imyuga ndetse no mu buyobozi. Wenda iyo tugiye mu gice cy'ubuyobozi usanga abakobwa batabyitabira cyane, ariko kuba
abakishyiramo se ko abayobozi bagomba kuba ari abagabo, ugiye birengagije ya mahirwe dufite, birengagije ya mahirwe urubyiruko rw'abakobwa n'abana b'abakobwa nkamwe bafite.
Hari abumva ko nyine ari ibintu by'abahungu, niko navuga, baba nyine kwicara wiga ngo global challenge, ngo ukicara uvuga ku bibazo by'abaturage,
nagira n'icyo babwira
bakumva mbese bashaka kwiberaho ubuzima bworoheje cyane. Nabyo biroroshye, buriya ibintu byose nuko babifashe mu mutwe. Nk'amahirwe mbona nk'umukobwa muri iki gihe, mbese ni nko kubera abandi urugero. Hari ikintu bakunda kutubwira nk'abakobwa ngo stand and shine, duhaguruke turabagirane, twerekane natwe icyo dushoboye. Mu gihe cyashize abakobwa bafatwaga nk'abantu badafite icyo bashoboye, ariko kuba twarashoboye gukompeta cyangwa se kurushanwa natwe tukabona Mandela scholarship, nuko hari icyizere batubonyemo, nuko babonye ko hari aho dushobora kugeza igihugu. Rero ikintu wenda nashishikariza abakobwa bagenzi banjye b'abanyarwanda bakiyumvamo ko leadership atari ibintu byabo, nibakanguke, sibyo? Ntago tukiri mu gihe cya kera, bahora baratubwiye ngo nk'aba Mandela scholars dukeneye gutangiza second liberation. Second liberation ntaga ariyo kurwana, ntaga ari amasasu, ya n'urugamba ahubwo bw'iterambere. Ntago twabigeraho tudafatanyije abahungu n'abakobwa. Wenda natanga nk'urugero nko muri guverinoma, u Rwanda nirwo rufite abagore benshi.
Mu masomo ibi mujya mubigarukaho ku buryo babereka icyo igihugu runaka gishobora kwigira ku kindi gihugu.
U Rwanda bakunda kurutangaho urugero cyane, wenda nabyo ni ibintu twakishimira. Iyo bavuga nka leadership, bavuga ukuntu ari cyo gihugu gifite abagore benshi muri parliament. Ni ibintu twishimira kandi bikadutera
mu nzego zose muri rusange, abagore badaheza.
Rero kuba icyo cyizere igihugu cyacu cyarakitugiriye, ndumva twebwe tutagomba gucika intege, ahubwo bigomba kudutera imbaraga zo kumva ko hari aho twagera, natwe tukigira kuri abo ngabo bose bagiriwe icyizere. Kuko u Rwanda, iyo uganiye n'aba ngaba baturutse mu bihugu bitandukanye, bagenda nyine ntago baba bumva ukuntu u Rwanda rwibohoye nyuma ya jenoside, bakaba bafite iterambere rimeze gutya. None nk'iyo babonye Kigali bakavuga wenda ukuntu Kigali isa neza, bumva ari ibintu bitangaje. Nyine ni ibintu byakaduteye ishema nk'abanyarwanda, abanyarwandakazi, tukumva tugomba kugira uruhare mu ibyo byiza u Rwanda rwose rwagezeho.
Ibi rero Diane yatubwiraga mu kanya ubwo twari turimo turaganira na Graça Machel, umufasha wa nyakwigendera Nelson Madiba Mandela, yagarukaga ku kuba iyi universite barayigiriye icyizere. Yagarutse ku kuba u Rwanda ari igihugu cyavuye muri jenoside ariko mu gihe gito cyane kikiyubaka, hakabaho ubumwe n'ubwiyunge, hakabaho iterambere rigaragarira Afurika ndetse n'amahanga yose muri rusange. Icyo twababwira rero nuko mu kanya hagiye gukurikiraho ikiganiro, ni ikiganiro kiri buze kuba gikurikirwa n'abayobozi batandukanye ba hano mu gihugu cy'u Rwanda ndetse na Grasa Machel ari nawe washyizeho iki kigega cya Grasa Machel Trust. Araza kuba kandi ari kumwe na nyakubahwa Minisitiri w'Intebe Dr Edouard Ngirente ndetse n'uwatekereje gushyiraho iyi universite ifasha urubyiruko kwiga ibijyanye n'ubuyobozi bwiza bubereye Afurika. Ngira ngo rero uru rubyiruko twashoboye kuganira rwiga muri iyi universite kandi rwagize n'amahirwe yo guhabwa buruse n'iki kigega cyashyizweho na Grasa Machel, barishimye cyane. Sinabo gusa kandi n'urundi rubyiruko nk'uko twababwiye muri iyi universite harimo abanyeshuri benshi, ariko kandi muri iki gihe cy'imyaka 100 Nelson Mandela yagombye kuba afite hagiyeho iki kigega. Nk'uko mubibona rero, yaba abanyeshuri, abayobozi batandukanye bamaze kugera hano, bakaba bagiye gutanga ikiganiro. Ni ikiganiro rero kiza gukurikirwa n'aba banyeshuri, bagashobora no kubaza ibibazo bitandukanye. Reka tubareke mukurikire uko uyu muhango uza gukurikirana.
Can we get the lights on, please? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you again for joining us this afternoon. Yes, the lights came back on. Good. It gives me great pleasure to welcome the Honorable Prime Minister of Rwanda to the African Leadership University campus. As you know, His Excellency President Kagame was to be joining us, but at short notice he was not able to. But just to show you how seriously he took this engagement, he has sent an entire delegation from the government of Rwanda to represent himself. I'd like to recognize different members of government who are here. We have Honorable Dr. Eugene. We have Honorable Jean Dedu Rurangirwa, the Minister of ICT. We have Honorable Rosemary Mbabazi, the Minister of Youth. We have Honorable Claire Akamanzi, the Minister of the RDB and Cabinet Member. We have Honorable Francis Gatare, the CEO of RMB and Cabinet Member. And then finally, the Minister of Cabinet Affairs, the Honorable Marie Solange Kaiseria. So, as we discussed yesterday, the aim of this session is we need to give our 100 Madiba scholars a chance to learn a bit more about Rwanda and the leadership lessons that we can take from this success story that it is, and also, to hear a bit about how leadership works in Rwanda, so I will begin by asking our honorable guests here a few questions, and then we'll turn it over to the audience for some questions. So I'll start first with you, Mrs. Machel. Why are you so excited that the home of the 100 Madiba scholars is here in Rwanda? If you wouldn't mind sharing a few words about what is the significance of it being here in Rwanda?
Good afternoon. Two major reasons. One is the Mandela will be in a university, which is university, which gives them an opportunity to be exposed to a totally unconventional kind, because the way the courses are shaped here, they focus on kind of self-discovery of the students themselves. It gives the opportunity to students not only research, but to go deep into oneself and to bring the best of the qualities which allow them to be critical thinkers, allow them to be creative, allow them to be, even without taking entrepreneurial kind of courses, but it really to be able to invent and to innovate and to do things differently. So the 100 scholars are going to be in their productive life in a world which require that kind of attitude. They get skills, they will get skills, will allow them to be fully productive in an environment of 21st century. The university is also based in Rwanda. And this is the country which is a reference for many African as a country of success. Having started from an incredibly challenging situation of genocide, and how in a very short period of time they turned the tragedy into an opportunity to, let me call it, to reinvent the way you face challenges, the way you engage every single citizen. Reimagining Rwanda, rebuilding Rwanda, reconciling citizens of this country. And now many people look at Rwanda only as a successful case for development. But where we come from, there has been a journey of reinventing different solutions and situations to come where we are. And I thought it would be extremely important to have the Mandela scholars spend 3 years here, precisely to immerse into that experience. Because as a continent, we are at a stage we have to reimagine Africa. We have to reinvent the ways in which we are going to transform. I don't want to be long on that. I mean, the levels of poverty, of illiteracy, of destitution, all the kind of things, of challenges we have, we really have to reimagine how we build Africa, which is prosperous for all, but involving the 2 billion of Africans, for them to unleash their energy together with their leaders, but to unleash their energy to be able to rebuild the continent. So it is from the point of the university and from this is a fertile space in which I wish, and I'm dreaming really, of having these 100 youngsters, when they leave this country, they will have fired up and they will face challenges with no hesitation, with no fear, but with all the energy they can. But finally, I want also to mention an issue which is very close to my heart, is that Rwanda is a model of women engagement at all levels in all sectors of life. And I'm looking at leaders of our continent who will have embraced equality between men and women in a way we can say the Africa we dream of, the Africa we want to build is an Africa of equality between men and women, but it's also Africa of inclusion, which is this country is giving us as an example.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister, Pan-Africanism is a theme that we have been discussing quite a bit over the last 2 days with the scholars. Now, Rwanda was the first, one of the first countries in Africa to remove visa restrictions for most other African countries to visit. And now President Kagame has been chairing the African Union. So would like to hear your perspectives on, why Pan-Africanism is so important to Rwanda.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. I'm very happy to join you today. And first of all, I would like to bring to you greetings from His Excellency Paul Kagame. He had wished to be with you today, but due to other urgent duties, he was not be able to make So I would like also to thank Ms. Graça Machel for the invitation. It is an honor for us, Rwanda, to be associated with your work you are doing. Also, as you know, this Freddy Swanika's vision is of a Pan-African university, where leadership has a central role, and Rwanda is supporting that initiative. But supporting this kind of initiative is because we now understand, especially our highest leadership, understand the importance of youth. You know, the continent is growing in terms of economy, but we have also to understand that there is no economic growth without youth inclusiveness. So we think that we need to train our youth, because when we talk about youth, it's a matter of having a well-trained youth, people who are able to do the job to support our countries. Otherwise, we couldn't talk about development. I think this is why this is one of the reason we're supporting this kind of initiative. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Now, our students here, they hail from our 36th the security, and this morning our panel commented on the experience of when they were at the airport, they had to leave their plastic behind. So evidently everyone is very impressed with Rwanda as a country and the progressive policies that it has implemented. So I'm curious about, from your perspective, what does it take to lead a government that develops the kind of policies that we see here in Rwanda?
Thank you so much. This is a very good question. Maybe some of you are economists, as I am. And I remember when we were learning economists as young economists, our professors would to tell us about the production factors. And if I remember very well, they used to talk about labor, capital, and land, actually. But few people would mention the leadership issues. And as we see now, we can have all those three factors to be able to produce anything you want. But if there is no good leadership, you don't get anywhere. So I think this is the key to add. The other thing I want to talk about is the connection between our highest leadership and our people. Of course, some people say that it's because Rwanda is a small country in terms of size. but it's not that reason. Our leadership is very well connected to our people, and our leadership, we're talking to our people. Our people, we know our policies very well. I remember you used to discuss with some colleagues who come from abroad. When they go to far away from Kigali to a district, they'll be meeting someone who is living in a village. By that person, will be talk about EDPRS, which is our strategy of poverty reduction. And everyone will know the pillars of EDPRS, because our leadership is connected to people. We talk to them, we ask them what they want as a population, and then we plan from there. So this connection from the highest leadership to our people, the local people, is key in terms of development. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we're here to celebrate 100 years of Nelson Mandela's birth, and the scholars who are here have been given full scholarship for 3 years to come to ALU in Rwanda, to 100 scholars to celebrate 100 years of Nelson Mandela's birth. So I'm curious about whether you have personally been influenced by Nelson Mandela, and any lessons about leadership that you have personally drawn from Nelson Mandela's example that you might want to share with us.
That's a very good question. Thank you so much. Mandela's leadership lesson for today include a lot of things, actually, and some of them I can maybe mention here are the importance of resilience, and there is also another lesson of never giving up. If you want to do something, make sure that the things are done, and whatever barrier you meet on your way, you try to overcome them, and then try to achieve what you want to achieve as a nation. This is something very, very key for us. The other lesson also is to have this kind of long-term vision for a country. I think this is what most African countries are missing, to have a long-term vision. That's key, because everyone will be working toward that vision, and to make sure that the population understand that vision, and then you go together, leadership and population. The other lesson maybe I'd mention is that issue of inclusiveness. You can do anything. You cannot achieve a lot if you don't make sure that all your people understand what you're doing for them. Because doing things for the population is one thing. Make sure that they understand is another. So that kind of, I will call it, cooperation between the leadership and population is the key. Thank you. Maybe before you. I should also mention the good lesson people should learn from Mandela was to try always to avoid the confrontation, between leadership and the population, and among population itself, to avoid the confrontation, and to make sure that people are working together because they understand the plan of the nation. Thank you.
Thank you. So another leader you've had an opportunity to see and learn from is His Excellency President Paul Kagame. Are there any similarities that you see between his leadership and that of Madiba? And what personally have you learned from observing and working with His Excellency?
What was the last question again?
My question was, are there any similarities that you see between the way President Kagame leads, His Excellency, and and Nelson Mandela, and what have you personally learned from working and observing His Excellency President Kagame?
A very good question. I learned a lot, actually, but I'm not sure if I can list all things I have learned from him. The first thing I learned from him is that I will be repeating that thing because it's a key. The connection to be with your people, the connection with the leadership with the population. President Kagame is someone who will be visiting, I would say, the whole Rwanda. He'll be going to the whole district of Rwanda, and there are 30. But almost every year, he'll be traveling to those districts by road to meet our people, to discuss with them, to ask them what they want him to do for them. And whenever he's going there, He's not going to tell them what you want me to do for you. He will tell them, I want to work with you. I want to partner with you. And that's key. When you are a leader and you know that whatever you do it with your population, you are partnering with them, that's very important. And this is what I have learned from the president. And also he's a humble man, I think everyone knows that. The way he discussed with local citizens, you could go to the side and you may not even notice who is the president because he's really discussing with them in open way. So I cannot do the whole list of what I have learned from him, but those are the key things I have learned from him. Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah.
I think there's another between President Kagame and Madiba. It is the fundamental preoccupation and focus on nation building. From the reality of a country which at the time of 94 has managed to unite Rwandans as the same big family. And others would call it reconciliation. Yes, it is reconciliation, and Madiba is also known from his ability to reconcile South African perhaps also because while Madiba was for more than a decade at least, and you can see the results of that profound focus on building a nation and reconcile people who could have been divided and make them feel that they have not only a common vision, but they have a common destiny. And I think that is something which brings the two together. It is true that did not manage to stay longer, but the division is the one which is driving South Africa until today in terms of how we can work together and become one nation and build up. Two people, these are two people of different...
Thank you.
You, and I'm excited. My question is, Rwanda has gone through very remarkable change under Kagame's administration and has become a working example for other African countries. Of all the accomplishments that are made, which one do you think is the groundbreaking? Which one of all the accomplishments that are made do you think is the groundbreaking?
We'll take two more questions and then we'll respond.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aden Wagari from Ethiopia. My question is, what inspired you as a government to make this fundamental change that we are witnessing here in Rwanda? So, what inspired you?
One more question.
My name is Abakar. I am from Chad. My question is, based on what you know about the challenges we face on the African continent, what would you say are the Africa to the next level?
Thank you. Let me start by the last question about leaders of Africa. I think maybe I would go even back to the question which was asked to me about what I learned from President Kagame. I told you that he's a humble man, but also he's someone who loves our population. I think this love, we need to love your population if you're a leader. That's very key for our population. The second thing is to think about the youth. Because when you are a leader today, you need to promote youth to make sure that they will be taking over tomorrow and for the future to lead the nation. Those are two things. Also, you need to have, of course, a good planning for your country, but I'll become aware to that issue of planning. And for the first question, I would say that our development is it's a package because, you know, we came from a situation where we had a genocide in 1994 and everything was down. And to make sure that we should start and make sure that the country can develop itself, our leadership had to think about all sectors: education, agriculture, water and sanitation, infrastructure in terms of road, public buildings, everything. So development is really a package. And when you talk about achievement, every achievement has a link with another. So it's a kind of package. And then I think that the second question was about the change in Rwanda and kind of, I think the question was like why things work in Rwanda. Again, as I said, we're talking about development in general, but it's a social development, it's economic development, it's economic growth, and everything here is linked to the good leadership. The leadership which works with the population, make sure that everyone is on board, everyone understands where we want to go, and this is the key and fundamental component of this change we are having here in Rwanda. Thank you.
Let's take a couple more questions.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Odiambo Clyde from Uganda. I'm so humbled to have a chance to ask Right Honorable a question. My question is, Right Honorable, I know of your passion, actually combined efforts with the President, about the modern Africa, an African continent that is self-sustaining, and this can be clearly observed through your government's involvement in the Pan-African activities, e.g. the African Union and the East African community. How would you advise us as scholars who are in this legacy, who are going to take up Madiba legacy, to remain in strong bonds and have a spirit of collaboration as we are here and when we go back to our countries? Thank you.
How to keep the spirit of collaboration? Next question.
Okay, thank you. My name is Lakoze Gisre from Rwanda. Honorable Prime Minister, reforms. What is being done to ensure that the young Africans are taken into consideration in African Union reforms, and how they can leverage this opportunity? Thank you.
One more question. There's a question here from, okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Mandela Hamoud from Djibouti. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Minister of Education. Based on your experience as a Minister of Education in Rwanda, how do you think that Africa can ever get an adaptive, effective, and inclusive education? Thank you.
It's the Prime Minister.
Thank you so much. I think two questions were addressed to me, and one question was asked the Minister of Education, who is here. But we try to work together to respond to that question. The first question, I think, was about the cooperation between the scholars here when they leave Rwanda. I think that was the question. And what I have seen, that was from my personal experience, is that when Africans are studying abroad, sometimes when you finish your studies, you go back to your country, network, and I've noticed that networking is really missing between Africans and African young people. Now, my advice would be, when you talk about learning from each other, it means you keep being connected, even if you are no longer at school. You should keep discussing. You know, we have all facilities. We have social media. We have phones. We have different means of communication. You should keep in touch and keep your cooperation between yourselves, because some people will have more information than others. So you need to be informed. If you leave Rwanda, you finish your studies here, you go back to your country, to Chad, someone else is going to Mozambique, anyone is going to Ghana. You need to keep connected and make sure that you exchange information, opportunities, and why not talk about also risks. The second question was about younger people to be involved in the AU reforms. I think that's a complicated question, because we are talking about youth here, but African governments are trying to educate our people, our youth, but also young people need to be to follow to make sure that you participate. We don't need to come and prove and say, so I think I want to ask you also to be proactive. You are of yourself, of our young people, but our young people also need to be proactive and try to see what we can do for our country, what we can do for our Africa. So now I can give the floor to Minister of Education for the third question.
Thank you very much for a good question. In the first place, we give access to young girls to be educated for many reasons, in order to contribute to socio-economic development of our nation. We do it at the policy level, but also at the implementation level. We support Forum for Women Educationists, FAWE. We make sure that we empower parents and communities so that they know that young girls are part and parcel of Rwandan population to support us in the socio-economic transformation of our nation in the future. And remember, women comprise the biggest proportion of Rwanda. I think about 54%, 56%. And this is an important population that we cannot leave behind. So we do a lot of sensitization, but also implementation in terms of so that they support their brothers and sisters on the journey for transformation. Thank you.
Maybe also let me add something about the question about EU reforms. We don't want also our young people to see AU as just an office, as just a forum, a meeting. When you talk about EU reforms, we're talking about reforms in Africa, in African development, different sectors. Like yesterday we had, we were having actually a Kigali conference about on agriculture. And one of the themes was youth in agriculture. We want our youth to participate in agriculture at different levels of value chains. Now, If you are a young person, you have your knowledge, you are trying to participate in the different sectors you want, in sectors of development. You are contributing to AU reforms too. But also, if you have any other idea, you can submit your idea to AU reform leadership and tell them, hey, I have this idea, I want to share it with you. That will be a very good contribution. This is what I was saying. We are here to, to respond to your question, but also we need to hear from you because you are very smart people. We want to hear from you. Thank you.
We'll take one more round of questions.
Good day, Prime Minister. I'm from South Africa. Would just like to go back to the question that was asked by the moderator about how clean this place is. It's really bothering, especially my delegation. I've been here 21 years ago, I think, and the Rwanda today and the Rwanda of then is totally different. I need to know this to keep a country this clean. You mentioned leadership, but how do you get the population to buy into that? Is there something embedded in your education system? And would you mind sharing this recipe with your colleagues at the AU? Yes.
Just for more context, for those of you in the audience, the gentleman who just asked the question is a part of Nelson Mandela's security detail. So I think when you visited here, you were with Madiba. Yeah. So next question. No more questions? Okay. So
let me try to respond to that question from about the fact that the cities are clean. Actually, it's not only the city of Kigali. Even our secondary cities, I don't know if you had an opportunity to visit some of our secondary cities are also as clean as Kigali is. So, and you are asking if that is something which is people learn from school or if it is in our education system. What I want to say is that for us, education is not only this formal education, meaning primary school, secondary, and then universities. In Rwanda, we have different ways we use to educate our people. And the first one is to make sure that everyone, even if you're not at school, you learn about our Rwanda environment. The second one is those different fora where the leadership meet with our people. And when we meet with them, as I said, even the president himself is meeting our people every year. And he will be visiting different districts. It's not to go there just like receiving a question. We'll be sitting with them, discussing with them, to make sure that everyone understands what is good for us, what's good for our people, what's good for our nation. And then when we decide something, we decide it together. And then everyone is going and implement it. When I was starting my note, I said, the planning doesn't have to come from the top to the bottom. The planning has to be something you discuss first. We make sure that you understand the problems you have, and then we discuss also solution, and everyone is going to implement it. And as I said again, the implementation is not for local government. The implementation is for everyone. When we talk about implementers here, it's central government, local government, and the people themselves. So actually, that's the question which I was asking. Someone was asking me, if there's no trash on the street in Kigali, is it because if someone does that is going to be punished by the police? I said no. If you do that, your colleague will tell you, no, you don't do this. So it means that was the kind of education, but not formal education. It's because everyone understands the purpose of that cleanness we're trying to have in our country. Thank you.
Any final questions from the scholars before we wrap up? One last question. Okay, there you go.
My name is Christopher Kofi from Ghana. It's been just 3 days of being in this country, and I'm loving it here. I really admire this country because of just one thing. There are no hawkers on the streets of Kigali. What?
No hawkers, people selling things on the streets.
Yes.
Yeah. people selling things on the streets. Yeah.
So my question is, what initiative was and is being put in place to maintain such achievements?
So, he comes from Ghana, where everywhere you go, everyone is selling you something.
Okay.
Yeah, not only that, Nigeria, everything else.
Yeah, I think that is also a good question. At one point of time, we used to have those people too. But what the government decided was to discuss with them, ask them why are they doing what they were doing. The answer was they needed a place where they can do their business. And then what the government did, we took those people, we put them together in kind of cooperatives, and we found a place for them to do their business. And now everyone who wants to buy from those people, you know where to find them. So this was, I don't call it a simple decision, but it was a common decision between the government and those people who are doing that kind of business. I don't know if you have visited a place called, since you have been in Kigali for maybe a year, you should visit a place called Gachinjiro, where I put all those people, they're working together in terms of cooperatives, and they're doing a good job, and anyone who wants to find those products, you go there and you find them. So it's not a big kind of shop, stores, but they put those things together, then they said to whoever wants to buy. So it was just a matter of putting them in cooperatives and let them and teach them how they can work together and grow their business. Actually, now they're growing, their business is growing very fast. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for sharing all these words with our audience today. I think one thing that I'm taking away from this discussion is that a lot of the things that we need to do to move Africa forward are very simple. It's not rocket science. All it takes is good leadership and commitment. And really that's what the continent needs, and Rwanda is showing. I personally, every time I come here, I say that I'm embarrassed to be a Ghanaian, because we didn't start from where Rwanda started 24 years ago. We have a much better starting point, and to see the progress that Rwanda has made in such a short period of time, I think is a real testament to the leadership here. So I would say, for me personally, one of the reasons for establishing ALU here was we wanted to show these future leaders an example of an Africa that works, so that they can go back and say, you have no excuse for not making your country like this. So thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so now as
duteranyirije hano muri Kigali Heights, aherereye iri shuri ryigisha urubyiruko yaba urw'abakobwa ndetse n'abahungu bo mu bihugu 37 bya Afrika birimo barindwi b'abanyarwanda. Umuhango wari uduteranyirije hano urasa n'usoje, ngira ngo usojwe n'ikiganiro Grâce Machel yatangaga ari kumwe na PM Honorable cyangwa se Minisitiri w'Intebe Dr Edouard Ngirente bamaze gutanga, ndetse n'uyu watekereje ndetse agashinga universite. Ese urabona iyi gahunda Mutuyeyezu, icyo nababwira nuko noneho ndi kumwe na mugenzi wanjye Jean Claude Mutuyeyezu, iki ni igikorwa twavuga ko kibaye bwa mbere. Iyi universite imaze imyaka 3, ariko iki gikorwa cyo guha bourse aba banyeshuri 100 bibaye kubera imyaka 100 y'amavuko nyakwigendera Nelson Mandela yari kuba yujuje iyaza kuba akiriho. Ese aba banyeshuri bizabafasha iki? Ese no kuvuga ngo Grâce Machel ashobora kuba abimburiye abandi bazakomeza gutekereza ku rubyiruko rwa Afrika mu bijyanye n'imiyoborere ndetse n'izindi gahunda zose?
Nibyo ngira ngo nkuko yanabivuze, Grâce Machel yagaragaje yuko mbere ya byose no kuzana cyangwa impamvu yo kuzana aba banyeshuri mu Rwanda, icya mbere hariho nko kubereka urugero rwiza u Rwanda rwagezeho. Icya mbere mu birebana n'ihame ry'uburinganire, kuko aba banyeshuri uko ari 150 n'abahungu 50 n'abakobwa. Ubwo rero yasobanuye agaragaza yuko ari ukugira ngo abanyarwanda muri rusange cyangwa aba banyeshuri babashe kubona urugero rwiza igihugu cy'u Rwanda cyagezeho. Ariko
nanone icyo twabwira Mutuyeyezu, ngira ngo abanyeshuri bose bari hano inyuma muragenda munabakurikira ku mashusho aho baje gufata ifoto y'urwibutso y'uyu munsi.
Aho rero ni ikintu gikomeye kuba u Rwanda hari intambwe rumaze gutera mu bijyanye n'ihame ry'uburinganire. Yanagarutse ku kijyanye naho u Rwanda rumaze kuva naho rugeze muri myaka 24 rwibohoye na jenoside ihagaritswe. Aho ngaho kuba hari intambwe igihugu cy'u Rwanda kimaze gutera mu bijyanye n'imiyoborere myiza ya Perezida Paul Kagame, nicyo yagarutseho, nicyo yashingiyeho avuga ko ari nayo mpamvu ikomeye yatumye bafata aba bana baturuka mu bihugu 37 byose bya Afrika bakazanwa hano kwigira mu Rwanda. Urumva rero hari impamvu nyinshi, ariko izo nakubwira nizo z'ingenzi zikomeye zatumye bafata aba banyeshuri bakaza kwigira.
Ikindi nuko kaminuza z'u Rwanda nkuko Mutuyeyezu hisemo u Rwanda ni byinshi cyane. Ngira ngo Grâce Machel yanabigarutseho ko uretse umutekano uvugwa muri Afrika ndetse no ku isi yose, kuba u Rwanda rufite umutekano usesuye, kuba rugenda, kuba rutuyemo, no kuba none yanagarutse ku bijyanye n'isuku. N'abanyeshuri ngira ngo mu bibazo bamubajije bambazaga impamvu u Rwanda ruhorana isuku, n'ibindi bihugu birayigerageza ngo ariko ugasanga rimwe na rimwe birananira.
Ni naho bamwe mu banyeshuri bagize icyo bavuga bati, ese kubera iki u Rwanda iki kintu rwakoze kijyanye n'isuku bitaba umuco wa African Union cyangwa umuryango wa Afrika yunze ubumwe, bityo bikaba byaba umuco wa Afrika yose, aho kugira ngo bibe umuco w'i Kigali gusa cyangwa n'iyindi mijyi yunganira.